All right. Why is it not coming up? There you go. Hey y'all, what's up, what's up, what's up? How you doing? Hope you're all doing well. All right, there's going to be a general full moon read for Aquarius. All right. We're just going to tap in, see what's going on. Take what fits and leave the rest, okay? If it is your message, you will have confirmation. If it is not, you will be confused, okay? So it is a full super moon. It's a beaver moon. It's, you know, scorpionic energy is deep anyway, okay? A lot of people at this time usually has a little difficulty adjusting to the energies, but being that we're stepping into a Mercury retrograde, and we do have some other planets still in retrograde, it's pivotal for a lot of people, a lot of souls, because it's a mass purging that's going on. So this is the time to look at just things that just are not fitting, what you need to release, what you need to give up, all those things. Sorry for the shaky table. And what other things you could implement and bring into your energy, your environment, and things like that. Okay, so Aquarius. We have Grand Trine Blessings, card 46. So 4 and 6, that's 10. So new cycles beginning, 12-12 on the time. You could be seeing 12-12. All right. Anything else for Aquarius? Okay. Just blessings. Okay, so check your natal chart. Check your natal chart. All right. And then first house, the body. You could be sun or moon, Aquarius. At the bottom of the deck, we have Scorpio, I transform. So maybe you're changing the way that you look. Maybe people are perceiving you differently. Maybe you're just showing up in general, just different. I heard heavenly. So, and then I heard light body. So, maybe you're going through this. Yeah, you're finding balance. Yeah, something has to change with this revolution here, within you here. So okay. You're stepping into your truth. You're stepping into your power, your authenticity. You've done a mass purging for yourself, and things are changing. Things are shifting. Abundance is coming in, and abundance is not just in money. Okay. Yeah. You could have been doing some intense shadow work. Okay. And kudos to you, because shadow work is not easy. It's not easy for everyone to face themselves. Okay. You could be dealing with a Scorpio. You may have Scorpio highly aspected in your chart. Also, you might want to take a look at your 8th house. See what's going on there. See what Scorpio is doing in your chart and how that is affecting you at this time. Also, I'm getting just on a collective, not just Aquarians, that now is the time for blessings to start pouring in, okay? Scorpio, again, intensity, exposing, purging, and renewing, okay? You could be feeling... Okay, so Scorpios, they rule the gonads, right? So you could be feeling an intense desire to sexual, creative, sensual energy. Okay, your senses could be heightening tremendously at this time. You could have the desire to learn more about the things that are hidden. Okay. It's also a good time to focus more, because the energy is the moon and the sun and the planets are highlighting that we kind of go into hermit and kind of look into ourselves and pour light where it needs light, and figure out what we want and work towards that. Okay. Clarify this grand trine blessings. You could be between the ages of 25 and 46. Okay, 4th house. Cultural and family roots, home, peace, and comfort. So you may be getting blessed. You could be moving. You could be getting a new home. There may be like a support on project or something that you want to do. Okay, this could be ancestral blessings pouring in from the ethers coming in for you. Anything else? Okay, maybe you just have peace of mind at this time, and that's truly a blessing. I know that's right. 4th house is Cancer energy. Okay, so you could be sensing more. You could be using your senses, your gifts, to, you know. You could have air energy, air, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius in your 4th house. This says open-mindedness, objectivity, and learning. So it could be something that you're learning to do, or you have learned, or you will be learning at this time, to be open-minded. I haven't posted it yet. I just did a video speaking about the mind. It is so important for our minds to be stronger than the perceived danger, the circumstance, all of that. It's so important. And to allow thinking outside the box is very important. All right. Thank you very much. Okay, something could be challenging, maybe to see something someone else's way. They could be, or something was challenging to do with the mind, your perception, behavioral pattern recognition. Like, sometimes we're programmed to see dangers, right? But we have to reprogram to see blessings and silver lining and things. Tell me about 1st house, the body. It could be difficult to express yourself. Okay, so communication, that's an issue. All right. Or where you are expressing yourself, you're being seen. Okay. Spiritual growth. Okay. Bravery. Okay, you face something head on, more Aquarius energy. You face something head on. Just a few minutes ago, I was just talking about, you know, how shadow work, some people, is difficult to do shadow work. When sometimes we go through the dark night of the soul, it's easier for some than it is for others, but it is not, you know. Jupiter, grow and expand. So you expressing yourself, you speaking your truth, possibly about family, possibly about a difficult time that maybe you just don't mesh well. Maybe you butt heads with someone, okay? But you speaking your truth, you embodying your truth, you standing in your power and your full authenticity, and being ambitious and being real, is what's bringing in these blessings here. Heavy on the Sagittarius right here. You may have Sagittarius highly aspected in your chart. You may have a trine here with Sagittarius included in that. Maybe 9th house or something. You could be dating a Sagittarius. Okay, what's in your 9th house? Is that the same sign that's in your... Do you have Aquarius in your 9th house as well? There's something about that. It's something about you learning not only just about your upper chakras, but the higher mind is very important. Higher frequencies, like agape love, like unconditional love, like being able to see something from a higher perspective. Okay. We got Capricorn at the bottom here. Ambition, realism, and methodical steps. So taking like on an earthly kind of approach to your goals is what is being highlighted here. Maybe you are doing that. Maybe you need to do that. All right. What's going on in the shadows for Aquarius? What's going on in the shadows for Aquarius? Oh, sorry. Okay, so what's going on in the shadows for Aquarius? Luck is on your side. New moon in Sagittarius. A win-win outcome is in the forecast. Okay. Can I get one more? Okay. So it could be communication is key. So the difficulty that you may be facing at this time is communication with family. Maybe there's something that you need to get off your chest, that you need to express. Maybe you need to see something from a different perspective. Maybe the other person or people need to see something from a different perspective. All right? Yeah. And let's shine some light on that, okay? Your commitment is being tested. All right, let's shine some light there. What is to be seen about that? What needs to be seen? For Aquarius. I'm hearing Cardi B. When she says, I just want to break up all your shit. Call your mama phone, let her know that she raised a bitch. Then dial tone quick. Alright, so somebody needs to regulate themselves. That's not a coincidence. Self-regulation, okay? Stay positive, be positive. Okay, let's think happy thoughts, okay? One thing I know for certain, for sure, at this time in Scorpio season, it is not the time to be fighting people or getting beside ourselves with our mouth. We can communicate our point without being hurtful intentionally. What came out is Yin Moon, accept help. So maybe they want to help you. Maybe you're needing to ask for help, okay? Or maybe you're needing to speak out to God, okay? Or if you have, or just put it in God's hand or put it in the universe's hands, whoever that you communicate out there. Put it in their hands. Speak on it. and let it go. Let me get another one. What's the difficult situation? Let's shine some light there. Transformation. Transforming a situation. Transmuting a situation. Letting something go or laying something to rest. Maybe you're shifting into like a different role in the family or a group. Communicate keeps coming up, and then we have love under that. So definitely something about that and why Sagittarius came out here. Sagittarians are notorious for toxic optimism. Okay, I'm gonna do it. It's gonna be fine. Everything's gonna work out. There is no glass ceiling. You know, everything will work out. Watch for signs, and we have forgiveness here. So avoid drama. Like, what did I say? Embrace uncertainty and change your tune. So it could be a difficult time because things are shifting, we're pivoting, where things are rapidly changing on a daily basis. Okay. The energies are heightened and it's picking up. And this is the time in the planetary seasons that we want to really stay grounded. Think about what we truly want. Don't focus on the negative. You know, if a problem can be fixed, you fix the problem. Work through it. You know, letting go of things that you can't control. And then just knowing that on the other side of things, once things settle and kind of normalize, knowing that the pieces will fall where it's meant to fall, where, and as long as you put your best foot forward during this time, things will work out. And you have to know that, but you only have control over yourself and what you say, what you do, what you think. Okay. And there's something that you have to pivot on. There's something that you have to do differently here. All right. Maybe you're needing forgiveness. Maybe you are needing to forgive somebody else. But there's something that is being worked out of your heart chakra. Okay. And with that yin moon, accept help, is something that you could be working out of your sacral chakra as well. And it's going to take time. All right, what's your current energy, Aquarius? Somebody spoke to the moon last night. Somebody is talking to, I heard wood nymphs. So somebody may live near a bunch of trees. Or maybe those are the energies that are working with you at this time. Bottom of the deck, we have one ring circus. You may feel like you're doing something alone, but you're not. Maybe a lot of responsibility that you have. Okay, what's your current energy, Aquarius? Okay, we have compass. You're trying to figure out which way to go. You know where you go. You know where to go. Or you're allowing your heart to guide you. Or you need to allow your heart to guide you. I heard moldavite. You could be working with moldavite. That's the crystal that came from outer space, and I think you could find it in Russia, one of those, Germany, one of them places over there. Is green. Maybe you want to meditate with moldavite. with Magic Stream at the bottom of the deck, and this is like, you know that you can do anything you want, or maybe you need to be reminded that you need to do it. You can do anything that you want. What's crossing you? Okay. Ghostlands. Things of the past. So somebody is sitting on like a plethora of energy. A plethora of experience. A plethora of, like, you could write encyclopedias on the things that you've gone through. Maybe you have a website. Maybe you do blogs. Maybe you're the person that people go to for advice. Ooh, something you're maybe holding on to emotional here. We have sad embrace at the bottom of the deck. So it may be something emotional that you're needing to get off your chest, or you need to talk about. Maybe you are wanting to talk to somebody and you haven't. So if you're trying to, if there's a situation that maybe that you want to fix, or what, there's so much Jupiter energy out here. We've seen the luck is on your side. It's something that you're just needing to talk about. Okay, maybe forgiveness is needed in all ways for you and the other person or people. Here, it could be a situation maybe where somebody interfered in something, and there's a sense of disappointment or betrayal. Somebody watched, was that Star Wars or Star Trek? I forget which one. One of them star shows. All right. I want to get one more on what's crossing you. I want something to hit the table. One more. Field of Dreams. Moonlight. Oof. Okay, so what it looks like ain't what it is beneath the surface is another thing I'm getting. You could be in hermit mode, for real. Because we have moonlight. There you go, talking to the moon. I'm hearing Michael Jackson, where he says, gonna make a change for once in my life. I'm gonna gonna make a difference. I'm gonna make it right. When he says, I've been a victim of a selfish kind of love. It's time that I realize. So, somebody made a lot of plans. I think there's a card. This is a combined deck, but there's a card that talks about outdated thinking. And cassette tapes. So it's like, that's the Island Time Oracle. It's something, somebody was building plans on old blueprints, old coding. It could have been something that you learned from family. It could be anything, but it just was outdated. All right. And whatever happened, the tower moment or the disappointment or the betrayal, the heartbreak, whatever it was, it's putting you in a place. And now I'm thinking there's another card in another deck. Choose who you are becoming. So it's giving you the opportunity to change how you present yourself in the world here, because that could be another reason why first house body is out here. On top of the deck, we have solitude. And you do that in hermit mode. You do that when there are no outside influences. When, when you don't have that, or you going through it in hermit mode. Somebody is, or you was. There could be, like, listen. Somebody could have like have drinking partners or drinking buddies or something like that, don't go out drinking. They're enablers. You can do what you want to do, but there's something about that. Yeah. So somebody is dealing with something. Somebody has to deal with something, and it's eternal, because this Goblins card talks about things manifesting. They ain't really real, okay? But as long as we internalize and we allow a specific energy to crystallize in our aura, in us, it's made manifest. So it's something that you have to deal with. Okay, that's gonna lead to this metamorphosis. That's gonna lead to you mastering something here. Okay. It may have been something that you procrastinated on, or something you're being asked to take your time with something at this time. Being in the moment. Focusing on, we have a mirrored energy, 21 and 12. Look that up. 21, 12, 33. So this card talks about pouring into self, okay? We have flying and wide open. I don't remember what flying means. So I'm looking in the book. Earlier I said something about seeing something from a higher perspective. And what does flying say? You have the power to see things from a higher perspective. Okay? And that comes in hermit mode. It says, today you have invisible wings that allow you to swiftly bring your circumstances into alignment with your highest purpose. Your waiting is over. All your hard work is paid off, and the things you hope for are no longer beyond your scope. Okay? Free to be you. I brought that up earlier. You're stepping into authenticity, stepping into who you are. Show up and be you. Fuck everything else. Excuse my French. It says you are free to express your uniqueness to the world and share in all the bounties of life's endless possibility. It could be like old ways of, like, I was just talking to my brother earlier about how, you know, he's 10 years older than me. So he came from a generation where it's work hard and do this and do that. And I'm sure other things as well. But a lot of times we inherit things from our family that is not going to work for our generation. Okay? Slow and steady wins the race. All right? Yeah, it's not going to work for our generation. So we have to undo those ways of doing and being and seeing and feeling. That's not going to work for us. Okay? Yeah, you learned a lot. Whatever that hurt is, you learned a lot from it. Okay, what you need to know moving forward. Intention is key. What are you doing and why are you doing it? What is it that you hope to gain from it? and coming apart. Okay, there could have been, remember I said there could have been someone could have interfered in a situation. There could have been someone that pushed something on or put the battery in the back, or, and it caused some type of sadness. It caused someone to go recluse or to feel like they needed to protect themselves. Okay? Yeah, there's something that you have to pay attention to, or you need to pay attention to, because there are things that's unexpectedly going to happen. And you need to learn how to listen. There could be something coming up, that an opportune moment, and you have to learn how to listen. That's part of communication. It's not just talking. All right? Something is coming apart. And what happens after this coming apart? Ride the wave in reverse. Okay? Bottom of the deck, we have balancing act. Okay? So, I feel like what these cards are talking about, what you need to know moving forward, is the fact that taking separate paths, okay? Put an end to what is no longer working for you. Okay? Has a commitment been broken? Have you created a partnership that's not mutually beneficial? Okay? And then with this reverse card, it says, you may be mistaking a rogue wave for a fun ride. You can only coast for so long before you hit the shoreline with a smack. The tide is ebbing, and your activities are now preparing you for when that wonderful wave comes in for you to ride. You're meant to learn how to be strong. Don't worry, preparation ensures a successful result. All right. Excuse me, let's get into some tarot. I want to know what signs you need to be looking out for. So that you can know. What signs do they need to be looking out for? Interesting. I don't know why I heard Michelin tires. All right. We have the star at the bottom of the deck. Believe in yourself. You're healing. Okay. Seeing things exactly how they are. All right. What's your current energy with this compass here, Aquarius? The 5 of Swords. Walking away from a situation. You know something doesn't serve you. It could be a lot of chaos. It could be a lot of conflict. Maybe there's a lot of fighting in the home, in this relationship, at work, whatever the case may be. You are currently in an energy where you're looking at it and you're like, you know what? This may not even be worth it. You could be wanting to cut ties, cut cords, cut communication. I don't know. 5 of Swords is a conflict at card, but it's a mental conflict as well. You may not know which way you want to go. Or maybe someone, I used to work with this girl. She was an Aquarius, and I typically I enjoy Aquariuses, right? I'm a Sagittarius sun sign. And me personally, I don't compete with nobody, and I don't give a fuck, never did, what people say or think or feel about me. So I guess she thought I wasn't doing something correctly, and it was a competitive space. I used to work in a hair salon, and I don't know, I guess she had an issue. Baby, she pulled up her chair next to my workstation, and she thought that she was going to outwork me. Bitch, I don't care. You look like a fool, because I see you from my peripherals, but who are you putting on this show for? So it could be, it's something like that. Like, maybe there's a show. Maybe somebody likes attention. I don't know. Tell me about this. I'm not saying that's who you are, Aquarius. I'm just saying it could be somebody outside of you. It could be a divorce here with this Hierophant in reverse. It could be a divorce. Maybe somebody is separating from a community. Maybe there's just a lot of bullshit going on here. Maybe someone's holding back. Or there's some type of lack or something dried up. Maybe there's low funding here, and which is causing a lot of conflict. Ace of Swords. Which is changing somebody's perspective. You know, did somebody get married for resources, for money? Somebody's looking at their group of friends. Somebody's looking at the people that they're around, and they're like, you know what? Fuck that. I'm letting that go. For real. For real. As I'm saying it, the cards are coming out as such. Okay, what happened here with Ghostlands and Fields of Dreams? What's crossing you? What's crossing you, Aquarius? You seeing things, this pause, this stagnation, this time period where this review period is making you see something from a different perspective. It's making you pivot. It's making you do something different. Ace of fucking Swords. And it has something to do with the fact that something is too much. It's too much of a burden. It's too hard. It's too, it's too much of a struggle. Maybe you work a lot. Maybe it's hard to keep up a lie. Maybe there's burdens because somebody lied to you. No, you're tied. Somebody is tied to something that is toxic here. Somebody planted seeds that like, it's clear as day that something is not right. It's not working. It's not for you. Something is a huge disappointment. Maybe possibly how you're being seen, or how a person is viewing you, or you're viewing that other person. There's something just not it for you. I remember I spoke about building something on an old blueprint. Okay. Tell me what happened here with Slow and Steady, Flying, and Wide Open. Hello. We got the Star. Tell me more. It could have been something that someone thought was going to bring in a lot of monetary gain here. Somebody could have been trying to stay connected to a person, place, or thing. Something was alchemized. Something was shifted. We got Strength. Like I said, whatever happened, there's only one minor, well, now this card too. There's only 2 minor arcanas on the table. Everything else is major arcana. So, like I said from the very start, it's pivotal. Something, there was what's the word? A very significant event, person, place, thing, experience that changed the trajectory of somebody's life. And I honestly feel like it's for the better, because if I'm pulling these cards and I'm saying these things, that means somebody is understanding what needs to be changed. Somebody is completely understanding that that outdated thinking, the way talk, think, do, act, whatever, say, it doesn't matter. I'm not just repeating myself. But something needs to change. And it could be the people around. It could be, you know, going to a specific gas station. Because maybe that Shell, let me not say that. There's certain gas that I will not put in my car. So there's just an understanding like, okay, that happened before, so I'm not going to do that going forward. And we have the King of Pentacles here. All right. So there could have been, and then the Queen of Swords. So there could have been a decision that you made. To resist something, or to stand up in this area, or, you know, to forgive and let something go. Okay, you could have children. If this is talking about business, this is staying sharp and kind of going over contracts and deals and things before agreeing and signing and shaking on it. Queen of Swords at the bottom of the deck. Okay, so there's some communication with a group or communication to work together. Okay, so somebody decided to distance themselves from something toxic. Okay, I did mention about not going, if someone has a drinking or drug or substance problem, not going out with those people, okay? I just heard something about strip clubs. I don't know. I heard the chicken wings are good there. But not going with those people that enable you, and standing in your power and knowing, you know what, that's not good for me. It always leads to something that I don't really appreciate the next day, or it's not great. And standing in that and making plans for your better future. Because there's a relationship here. But it's swords. So you could be dating another air sign, or you could be with another air sign, or it's a battle of the minds constantly. There could be somebody planning to do something strategically. Somebody is doing something and they're not telling everybody about it. All right, what you need to know moving forward with this intention coming apart. This could be you, you know, knowing that that's bullshit and you strategically making plans little bit by little bit to get away from something, or vice versa. What you need to know with this intention coming apart, and ride the wave in reverse. $717 could be a number that you're seeing, or you will see. The Magician, okay. Okay, intention is definitely necessary when you're manifesting. All right. If your head and heart aren't in alignment, if it's for nefarious reasons, that's your own energetic field that you need to work out there. But it says you can manifest the life you want. What you need will magically appear. Successful beginnings. All right. Tell me more. What else? Thank you. And then we have the Empress, the King of Swords, and the Ten of Cups. Somebody could be manifesting a person here. Somebody may feel left out and regretful about this. Whatever this is here. Or somebody could just be trying to manifest more abundance. Okay? Contracts, deals, or something like that. Earlier, I mentioned something about someone interfering in something. Okay, this may have something to do with why there was a coming apart. There's definitely a strong family here with this Ten of Cups and the fourth house out. Excuse me. Something about a friends group, a social group is significant here. And then also being grateful, like, for what you have, right? Being in the attitude of gratitude always invites more things to be grateful about. Okay. It could be something definitely troubling someone's mind here. I do get a vibe of like someone constantly going over something in their head. What is King of Swords? The only feminine energy on the board is this Empress, and we have King of Swords and the King of Pentacles. All right. The Hierophant energy is Taurus, Sagittarius, with this Hangman that's Pisces. We have Aquarius, Leo, Taurus, Libra, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Virgo, and Gemini. Who is King of... this is somebody who may have created illusions or presented choices here. Could have been some type of temptation here. King of Pentacles. Or someone that wore a mask around you. Yeah, this could have been somebody who's plotting and scheming and scamming and all this stuff. All right. Or this is somebody who's thinking about taking their money and going. There's some hostilities here. And you're seeing that. Or somebody's seeing that, like microaggression type of stuff. Like if you really cared, why would you do that type of thing? Somebody's walking away to heal. There's something that someone knows here. And they're walking away. Tell me who this King of Swords is. King of Michael. Ace of Swords. Okay, so this is somebody who has truth and clarity about how they've been stuck, why they've been stuck, or somebody figured out how to come out of some type of restriction or something here. There's an offer. Somebody, or they learned something. Ooh. Oh, hell no. Somebody could be trying to trap somebody. There could be a water sign around somebody. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. And then the 4 cups after that, you need to ignore something here. Or this is what you're doing. I don't like this energy at all. It could be some type of offer or temptation. Or maybe this happened already. Maybe you turned something down, or you need to turn something down, whatever it is. It could be something that needs to be turned down. Somebody is coming disguised to offer something. Or they did already. But it's going to, not paying attention to something, it could cause some type of switcheroo type of energy here. Like end something. Or you ignoring an offer, or you saying no to something, it is what caused a switch or caused some bullshit to end, and that's why there's blessings here. All right, interesting. Somebody needs boundaries, or something is a challenge. I'm hearing the song, what's her name? She did the song with, it's the song, They Hate Our Love. They want to see us fall. They want to see us. Big Sean is featured on there. What's her name? I think she's from the Bronx. They want to see us fall. They want to see us. Okay, it could be challenging to get this new love offer, or somebody needs to protect something here. So somebody is learning different modalities on healing, alchemizing things, bringing balance into a situation. Somebody's watching something. Watch and see. Give me one more after this. 5 of Wands. Four Swords. Somebody needs to stand their ground when it comes to something in a community or family or whatever this is, or a relationship here. There could be like a little rivalry or some type of competition that you either gonna need rest after, or there was some type of healing here after. Somebody created something that was very disappointing. Something didn't pan out. There's a protective energy here, or you need to protect something. Protect this new love, this new energy, this whatever this is here. I feel like somebody could have made something difficult. I do feel like that. Just there. What does your higher self, not that one, go here. What does your higher self want you to know, Aquarius? What does your higher self want you to know about this current space and time? Queen Nija, that's her name. Bottom of the deck, we have observe. Okay, the here and now. You are in a time and space where it's a gray period. It's a gray area. It's a holding, waiting situation. You have to observe. You have to see something from a higher perspective. It's necessary in order to get through it. Here, it could be a lot of chaos and conflict at this time. I feel like something it could have been a situation in life where something happened, right? To kind of like somebody needing to wear glasses, right? And they've been wearing bifocals there all their life. They had them thick Coke bottles on, right? And then they get into a situation and somebody knocks them glasses right off their face so hard that it just breaks, okay? And you're like, dang, son, you know, gotta go to get new glasses. You go get glasses and you find out that your vision really isn't that bad. Or, wow, you know, there was some correction over the years. Or you get new glasses and now you can see things clearly. Okay, no more bear goggles. All right. And what, Aquarius, what does your higher self want you to know at this time? Clean it up. It's something that has to be cleaned up. Okay, maybe the residue of whatever may be in your mental and emotional bodies or even physical bodies here. Or it could be a situation at home or with a partner or someone that you care about that you have to clean up via communication here. It could be some type of soul contract. I'm getting the vibe there too. That something is meant to play out. Another 21 card. Okay, keep that in mind. 12. Was it this reading? Yes. I seen 12-12 and then I seen 21-12 and now I'm seeing 21 again. Let me see the numbers on this. Okay. 42, 20, 12, 50, 22, 14, 21, 17, and 46. What else from Aquarius's higher self? This is the Observer card. Oh, deep knowing. Card 43. So with that deep knowing card, I feel like there's something that you just, wow, there you go. Mending. Building blocks. So this is a cycle. I heard make it or break it. So 21, 43, and 52. 3, 7, 7. Earlier I said 717, so you could be seeing 7s. You could be seeing 12s. You could be seeing all of these numbers. And when you see these numbers, you have to pay attention to your thoughts and what you're thinking, how you're feeling when you're thinking it. And that's more or less going to be what the message is about. Okay, if you're clairaudient, you may just hear the message straight up. And the number is for you to do a little bit more research for. Getting to the core of a situation. Freedom from burden. Cleaning house. Sweeping away what is no longer needed. Okay. 43 says, because this is a fairly new deck and I don't remember everything. Intuition, listening to the oracle within, empathy, and hypersensitivity. Main key takeaway from this is your intuition here. All right. And if it's asking you to observe, if it's asking you to pay attention, if it's asking you, if it's telling you about communication, because communication is not just with words. I mentioned something about microaggression. So paying attention to a person's body language, how they're saying certain words, what emphasis they're putting on, what their eyes are doing, what their lips are doing. Is their heart beating hard? You can't feel that, but you can see it in their neck. Things like that. Are they stuttering? Are they excited? Are they looking away? Forgiveness, making amends, healing after arguments. Okay. I'm also taking accountability. Like, we all make mistakes. No one is perfect. No one is perfect. And if this is a communication that needs to be had, maybe, oh, remember it says watch out for the signs, that card over there. So maybe when you see this sign, maybe that will be your to let you know it's time to speak on something. This is the spiritual AF oracle. What needs to come out for Aquarius? Be unfuckwittable. Your growth scares people who don't want to change. Meditation, aka shutting the fuck up for a few minutes. I love this deck. One more. Rise above your fuckheadedness. Okay, Aquarius. What's it saying? Let me get 2 more. And then I'm going to change decks. Thank you so much. I got exactly 2. Okay, bottom of the deck we have maybe you literally can even. Okay. Oh, what's under that? It says, get off your ex's page, say a prayer, and go to fuck to sleep. And then it says, quit dimming your light for people with shitty ass mindsets. There are people who dislike you because you don't dislike yourself. Oh, Lord. Let me get one of these. Is an angel number oracle. And then I'm going to go, you guys. Going to work. I want to get a cup of coffee on the way. All right. Let's see. For Aquarius. From Aquarius' angel team, what do you need them to know? Okay. 400, have faith. Your angels hear you. Your angels have heard your prayers and felt your struggles, stay with you and remind you that everything has a purpose. Even though you may not understand it now, remember that you are never alone. Do a full body stretch now and ask your guides to send you love, peace, and signs. Trust that you see and feel when you wholeheartedly ask for these messages. And then we have 900 effects. What you give, you get. All you have sent into the world has been collected and multiplied and is ready to be sent back to you. Take a moment now to reflect. What realizations have you had in recent interactions with people and places? Journal about a lesson you've learned and how you plan to use it to grow. And 994. Honor goals. Examine your current opportunities. It's time to redirect to make decisions that honor your goals rather than your short-term gratification. The current opportunities presented to you can need careful examination. Consider at this moment how your current daily activities feed into your long-term visions. Ask yourself now if they will help you or hold you back from your ultimate dreams and goals. I want to get one from here because it was calling me earlier and I wasn't going to go to it, but I don't think that's fair. This is it's 3 decks combined. So sometimes it gets a little messy to shuffle. Sometimes the only way to get a good shuffle with this is to just split it up. This says, Cougar, leadership. You have come into your own power. Now is the time to take lead of a situation and be strong. Using the power of intentions, be clear with your purpose and define where you are heading. Raw intention. Intention, intention, intention. That's the 3rd time I'm hearing that word in this reading. Coyote, playfulness. There is a reminder not to take things too seriously and bring more balance between wisdom and playfulness. You might need to lighten up about a matter that has been on your mind for a while. And we have butterfly, metamorphosis. Pay attention to the areas in your life or personality that are in need of profound change or transformation. You're about to enter a phase of expansion and growth, which will be highly beneficial for your future. The edge of evolution feels messy. And imbalance, okay? Aquarius. I have fun, darling. Really did. I'm off. Have a good day, and I hope everything works out for you. Bye.